They put their guns in the hands of our Kampa children and forced the child to kill the parent.
Seeing that former political prisoners are reduced to desperate conditions, whereby they are not even sure where the next piece of meal is going to come, where they're going to spend the next night, where they're going to get the next money to pay the next medical bill. I learned English from dictionary and worked as a tour guide, contacting foreign tourists and telling them about the plight of former political prisoners and raising funds from them. And then I would take this money to different former political prisoners working on the streets. And the kind of job that they do is restricted to pulling rickshaws on the streets of Lhasa, even if they are monks. So I was a monk during daytime, but during evening I would take off my monk's robe, put on layman's clothes, and then go to one of the rickshaw pullers, and then I would ask them to take me to a secluded place, and then I would tell them my work, that I have a little bit of money to help them, and then I would say that you have sacrificed your livelihood and your lives even for the sake of Tibetan people. So this is the little bit that I can do. But because I was in layman's clothes, they would suspect that I was a Chinese spy, and then they would say, no, I'm not the kind of person who needs your help. I'm just a drunkard, alcoholic on the street. I was not a former political prisoner. But I would insist, trying to convince them that I was genuinely concerned about their welfare. That I'm a genuine monk who is grateful for the sacrifice that they have made and am willing to help. So after a long time of convincing, they would finally get down on their knees and then cry and say that when I was released from prison, I expected a lot of help from fellow Tibetans. But when I was let out, I'm not able to contact my friends and relatives, and not able to get any help from the Tibetans. So I'm they would say that they are very grateful for the little help that I was able to give them. But today is a very solemn occasion when we lost our freedom, when our dear leader, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, had to flee. So people, Tibetans who live outside cannot take after foreign people and live a cool life like they do, because we have lost our country on this particular day, and our leader had to flee on the day, in 1959, soon after. So we have to do our best also to help former political prisoners in Tibet by donating any amount of money that you are able to do. Because the ones that are left behind in Tibet, when they pull rickshaws, the only the amount of money they make per day is 5 to 10 Chinese yuan. And out of that, they have to pay the rent for the rickshaw. So they live in desperate conditions, and they all deserve our help.
In the 1950s, Mao said Tibet's part of China, tried to tell the world that even though he was a liar, he sent in 50,000 troops to be precise to invade Tibet with guns and start taking lives. The Chinese put their guns in the hands of Tibetan kids and forced them to shoot their parents dead on the strip. And if that wasn't enough, they destroyed ancient relics, statues and temples. The Chinese were pathetic. They made monks and nuns fornicate on the street. Only thing we did is pray because we believe in peace. Nowadays in Tibet, you gotta watch what you preach. Get 20 years for saying free Tibet in a speech. Dalai Lama said be peaceful, but trust me, it's hard. When Chinese kill my people, it's tearing me apart. Non-violence takes a long time and it drives me potty. I wanna fly to Tiananmen Square and spit on Mao's body. But my Tibetan side says I should show compassion. But my black side says I should fight with passion. I'm a Buddhist, so yes, I try and be peaceful. But I feel like a fool that's waiting for a miracle. It's been over 50 years, China's living a lie. I ain't got enough tears for all the Tibetans that died. One money penny home is what I say inside. So I stand up tall and rep Tibet with pride. What goes around comes around, well I'm waiting for the karma. And I'm waiting for the release of the Panchen Lama. You kidnapped the poor boy at such a young age. The Chinese government should really feel ashamed. The funny thing is China used to have a religion. They used to be Buddhist, but now look at their acting. But as long as I'm alive, I'ma keep running my guns. I'm the guy screaming free Tibet at the top of my lungs. Easy. Thank you, thank you.
What's